Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tots of 505. Welcome to the channel if you're new, or welcome back. Today, I'm going to continue my top 100 album series. And, well, before begin, got to give special shout outs to my friends from the Music Junkies. That's our name we call it. And, of course, shout outs to Jacob Martin and Ryan Kemp for listening to these albums along the way. And, of course, Scott and Jason the Old Millennial. Shout outs to their channels. Their channels are Jason the Old Millennial, and Scott Sound Lab Studios. Check their channel out. They've been doing their top 100 album list as well. And of course, outside of that, check their other videos out. Their videos are great. And well, on today's album is going to be album number 59, The Works by Queen. This was released February 27th, 1984. This was their follow-up album to Hot Space, which that album didn't really mix well with both critics and audiences. This was kind of this was more of their, this is like the comeback album, as you'd say, like hey, we're still going to do pop music, but it's not going to be as synthy as the last album. Of course, a couple of these songs would, 3 of these songs would end up being in their Live Aid performance. Radio Gaga, Hammer to Fall, and of course, when they came back in the evening, they did Is This the World We Created? Great versions, by the way. But without further ado, let's get right into the track listing. Opening song, Radio Gaga. Incredible way to open up the album, sets the mood right away that we're still in a pop direction. We're they're no longer a rock band like they were before. I mean, they still had rock songs, but they've kind of moved away from what they were doing earlier with like a Use the World or Night the Opera. Has more of an 80s sound to it, which I won't lie, I actually really like their 80s albums. I'm definitely in the minority when I say that. Most Queen fans will definitely stick to the 70s stuff, but to me, I like their 80s stuff as well. And this is no exception. This is one of their best hit songs. Tear It Up, really good rock song. Again, this, like I said, they have plenty of rock songs in the 80s. This is one of them. Really underrated Brian May written song. Really fun song. It's a Hard Life. Man, this is an amazing song. Definitely a fun song. It's a hard life. Oh man, great Queen song. Another great Freddie Mercury. Another amazing written song from Freddie Mercury. Man on the Prowl. Basically, Crazy Little Thing Called Love Part 2. I actually slightly like this one more than Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Not like one of probably my least favorite. It's my least favorite on the album, but I still think it's really good. Machines. This song is really underrated. Most people will say this is the worst song on the album. I never got that. This always has been one of my favorites on the album. Of course, this was written by Brian May and Roger Taylor, co-written by those two. Very synthy, but at the same time, it's like futuristic. It's really cool song. Always been a song that I've really enjoyed. I Want to Break Free, which is the album version, which is actually shorter than the single version. Most of the times it's the other way around, but yeah, I actually really like this version. Actually, slightly like it more than the single version. I think the single version is a little too long in my opinion, but that's just me. Keep Passing the Open Window, one of my favorites on the album. Basically, anti-suicide, much better than Don't Try Suicide. It's catchy, but at the same time, it's definitely more reassuring than Don't Try Suicide, where you basically, no one gives a damn. Much better than that. Hammer to Fall, easily one of the best songs that Queen has ever done. One of my favorite songs ever. It's so good. It's such a great rock song. It's just the world we created. Same thing. Well, it's not the same. It's not a rock song, but it's still one of my favorite Queen songs. Great acoustic ballad to end off the album. Very haunting, basically asking like, what has this world become to? And to me, this is one of the best songs on the album. Top five. Number five, It's a Hard Life. Number four, Tear It Up. Number three, keep passing the open windows. Number two is just the world we created. Number one, Hey Hey Hey, Hammer to Fall. If you have any thoughts on the albums, leave a comment down below. Besides that, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next time. So long.